Hello everybody and welcome back to Sarimic Gami name Sarimic, and this is the restart of a new series. I originally was doing a Crusader Kings 3 series some weeks ago, but due to some shenanigans I lost my save file. So I decided that it would be best to do a restart. I'm gonna try to be as fast as possible with the playthrough, with all the things I learned from the adventurer playstyle. So we'll see how things are gonna do. But before that, I'm gonna check some things. No conquerors will appear. I guess that should do it. But yeah, this will be an Iron Man. This will be an Iron Man playthrough, and I made sure to not have conquerors, so the state of the world is more or less kept without any crazy shenanigans. But anyways, let's go with the landless ruler thing. Oh, there's Henry. Can I make my own? All right, I have to select a province, right? I'm gonna start in Japan with a male character, but I'm gonna randomize his. I like this one. But it's gonna be. I want to start as young as possible. Um, I randomize the name. Kagehira Nagai. Nagai sounds like. I also like the dynasty flag. But is it gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna be the Nagai clan. Okay, so Kagehira Nagai is gonna be your protagonist. He's gonna. The idea is to try and get to to the other end of the map. So we're gonna. I think he has all his points already, right? Yeah. Good at decent at learning, decent at stewardship, decent at diplomacy. He's gonna be an all around good character, I guess. Vigilant messengers. I guess that's a fine name. So, what's the plan? What's the plan? Our man here is gonna. He has lived. He was born and grown in Southwest Japan. He has dreamed. of seeing what's in the other side of the world, hearing from merchants and so on. So he wants to see the lands beyond the lands of the sunset, which means we're gonna travel all the way from Japan to Iberia. What are we going to do on Iberia? We're gonna help the Visigoths to win the reconquist, to win the Iberian struggle. That's gonna be the plan, at least. The main objective, at least. This series is inspired by Kilnotic's the Irish Ronin series, but we're gonna be doing the thing in the reverse. We're gonna start with a Japanese adventurer, and we're gonna go all the way to the west, to the end of the world, of the known world, to meet other cultures, maybe adopt Catholicism and participate in the Crusades. That would be funny. Participate on the Crusade as a Yamato character. And eventually we're gonna find a place to settle. I already learned a lot from the original recording of this series, but there were some hiccups. There were some hiccups we had on the road and so on. So I'm gonna try and mitigate those mistakes. Without further ado, let's start with this story. And so, the road we walk. The path ahead stretches on and on, a lonely, winding thread twining towards the distant horizon. My camp is quiet, just a few scattered tents and pack animals yawning in the breeze. Strangers and hangers on rise with the day, preparing for their morning course with reluctance. Most are the miscellaneous chaff that fling in and out of a group on the road with each new settlement. Few faces catch my eyes as ones I recognize, at least in more than passing. This will be an army someday. You start with 2 followers skilled in martial, Noumura and Mitsusane. Yes. This time I'm going to pick the warrior's path. But we're not gonna start in Japan. Why are we on Heian-kyo? I thought we selected I guess they sent me to Japan, right? I guess it take the capital, right? At the starting point. But perhaps this is a good idea, because I have to get enough provisions to get out of Japan and into Goryeo. We're gonna have to gallivant around Asia until we find the Silk Road first. The other plan will be to move around the ocean, visit Southeast Asia and go around until we finally get to the Mediterranean. But we'll have to see. So we don't have an heir. We have to find a partner. We're filling up on martial, so we're gonna go with valor first. We're gonna be swords for hire. We have rescue a first subject. I guess we can do that, but can I pick a caravan master? Yes. Can I pick a second? I guess Mitsusane can be your second. We don't have enough champions, and we don't have enough resources to start up our army, so we're gonna do this. Although I'm pretty sure this gives me faith, which is gonna allow me to contract some warrior monks, because the Yamato culture has access to warrior monks. They are a spearman type that is good at mountains and an open terrain as well. So it's gonna be good all around, and it only costs fate. It also says that we get prowess per level of devotion, so we get a little bit extra. We can also get mounted samurai, but those are gonna cost money, so I'm not gonna pick them up yet. Title creation, ceremonial, house opinion, pure grandeur, minority vassal opinion from the. Okay. So I guess we're gonna rescue a first subject for now. We're gonna try and get some starting contracts to begin our story. This one won't give me money, but it's gonna give me prestige, which is really important. So let's try to do it. To a rescue. And I'm gonna auto invite if I can. We have 66%. So yeah, Nagai Kagehira. He probably started as the son of a soldier, and he wants to see the world. He has very decent stewardship and well, he has pretty decent in everything except intrigue, which is gonna go really handy. Yes, I have court positions to fill. Thank you very much. Sadly, we have no income, but I think we can build at least a barber stand to help me out with some beginner money. We're gonna get some passive income out of this for now. It also helps with disease resistance. Passage of Arms, that one is also gonna go, but Kokushi Sukenari. I should probably grab some money for now. Problem is, we have to get out of Japan as soon as possible. We have to get out of Japan as soon as possible. But right now we're pretty much bad on provisions, so we should probably try to do short travels between regions. So this Passage of Arms is gonna pay 54 to us. It's the best we can do, I guess. For the time being. Okay, the barber tent is completed, so we're gonna get 0.2 monthly income. And yes, I don't have a personal physician. You don't have to remember. You don't have to remind me. I guess the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna move to here. I don't know where Nagasaki is right now. Alternative reading. Focused reading or heresy. Learning +1. Nah, give me the fate. Give me the fate. Maybe he's quite religious, perhaps. But with this, we should be able to. Okay, no, we need 200 for the warrior monk. Wrestling. No Buddha's most recent foe slumps down, panting and defeated. Wrestling is a fairly popular sport amongst most mercenaries for obvious reasons, but Nomura pursues it like it's an art form. I sometimes wonder if he wouldn't prefer to fight bare-handed in no other weapon. The man sees my pondering look and raises his fist in a polite yet mocking jest. Well, Kagehira, how about it? Um, Brave word for an imminent loser. We have 71%. We actually won. We actually won the... Prestige is very important for an adventure. We can get up to 69. Nice. Uh, for the scheme. So I'm gonna execute it right away. And we fail. Yeah, we failed. We failed the rescue. Let's do the passage of arms. I'm gonna see if we can... Scout for talent is a very important part of this. And that's the only thing we need. To see if we can find people on the road. Scout for talent. My name is Shigechika. I know how to rock folks up. I can only pay you in food and clothes. No, no, no. We win. We won't desecrate the dead because I need my first regiment. Can I refill them with... I shall break 300 lances. I can use this to recharge my men. Okay. We get 89%. That's good enough for a starter. I didn't know we could pay with provisions. That's gonna come really handy for when we're out of money. We have Organizer, which gives army movement speed and retreat losses, but we're a top soldier as well. So Kagehira was not trained on being a strategist or anything, but he has the spirit and he's pretty good for his age apparently. So we'll have to wait. But I'm happy to see my first regiment. We're starting to get bigger. Are they fighting for Tsushima? Well oil machine. Our little forest of tents is putting itself up a few evenings. Okay, Shigechika no Umura seem to be bonding. Okay, that's fine. I cannot seem to find Nagasaki on this part, but I guess that's fine. There's an epidemic going on in the north though. We should try to I should try to move as soon as possible. It's winter anyways. Learning on the job. The plan goes well. Okay, we have 90%. We should be able to do this. Panting, I tap my horse on the back. Easy now, it's over. Guarding this bridge has become my only task for the past fortnight. Armor shining under the moon, the sea of broken lances that have been pushed to one side is a testament to my performance. And we got our payment. There is no more contracts. Fujiwara Motokume, I will be willing to join your camp. He's hostile and shoots dagger from his eyes. Bodyguard. Can only pay you in food and clothes. Can I to upgrade the pavilion? I need 200, okay. Supply tent, mess tent, proving grounds, camp perimeter. Should go for a mess tent probably. Okay, time to go for to the city. If we can find, if we can get supplies. We did. We get a little bit. The town crier, stewardship, diplomacy, and justicar. We have decent stewardship skills, but justicar is probably faster. Rescue a first subject, protect the innocent. Let's go. And the plague is marching. We must ensure the safety. And we are capable of filling this up to the brim. Okay. First point on. I'm gonna go with Bellum Justum. We're gonna become a strategist. We don't have a lot of people, but we can make it work. a very tiny island. A faithful visitor. It's a Mantrayana. I see. Stay at night and tell us your stories. The we get the traveler trait. Okay. Yeah, we have bodyguards, caravan master. We only need a personal physician and a stooge. Time will tell. Travails of a cook. I don't think we're being unreasonable. Snarks the cook who presumably drew the short straw on coming to speak to me. Waving an arm dismissively at the surrounding terrain all the while. Stock up on some of the little luxuries that make our food bearable. I see. Wary of the conversation already. I wonder which of us will break first. Yes, our provisions are perhaps a bit below where I'd like them to be, but there's little cause for such alarm. We can probably find something. We got 400 provisions. Yes. A little bit of stress. Crimes of passion. Can we intervene? We have 60%. You put a halt to this. Since there's a rivalry on the place. And we got 100%, so let's do this. 3, 4, and there goes the feed board this morning. I put the corpse down in the cart right in time for Norifusa to arrive with some of his servants. What a magnificent job, he applauds. No more murdered cattle, no more lost children. Here, have your payment. And if the common folk complain once again, I know who to call. Okay. Let's get back to camp. I'm tired of getting Nikki around like a dog. Nobody expect me here. Fujiwara Tojishashu will become our stooge for a few provisions. And he's also a warrior, I guess. Can we go for provisions on the city again? I get some supplies. No, we couldn't. Okay. Learning contracts, diplomacy, and hirelings. No, not gonna do that. Rescue affair subject. I don't think I will. I should probably start moving. We have one here that says fight corruption. Let's see if we can pull it off. The corruption ones are usually good for income. You have to mug the peasants a little bit. And it's in Tsushima of all things. Silence, peasant. When we arrive at Tsushima, I am quick to round up the words of the rabble-rousers and demand they explain themselves. It is our place to be ruled over by but Kanpaku Yorimichi does so unjustly, with chaos rife in the line while we can hardly hold on to what's ours. Still he drives us to labor for him like war horses, we toil without any promise of safety from war, maladies and the like. Shut up. And there goes my income, my earnings. It's tough to describe what's so appealingly intimate about the low boss of a campsite settling in for the evening. Maybe it's the clank of arms being hugged this way and what enthusiasm that comes with camping under an open sky. Or even the bitter jabs of Nomura Natsumitsu bickering as ever. All of this forms a quiet, comforting blanket of familiarity. This is my domain and these are my people, a small kingdom, but one where I know every sight, sound, and soul. Retire to my own tent and simply listen. Yeah, we need that stress loss. We don't have enough money to improve the pavilion, but... And by visiting landmarks, we also get a little bit of traveler experience. I still need a physician though. Scout for talents. Buddha will be with you. I'm Kaneko, the resident healer and herbalist of Nose. Local soon to me to treat what ails them, broken bones, rashes, and even deliver children from time to time. My passion for health and the humors fill me with wanderlust I desire to explore. I can only pay you in food and clothes. Okay, we have a physician now. The only thing missing is the chief cook. Move camp, but I'm not gonna move northwards. I have to move south. So let's see if we can. Can we move to Omiwa? Okay, maybe not. Can we move to? Let's go to the city first. Can I get some supplies? We couldn't. Okay. Let's try to move camp. Swap. Provision room low past this point. Privation events will occur. No, I should. Let's move to Iyo and hope for the best. The songs of Kampaku Yorimichi. As we travel through the outskirts of Nose, we suddenly see a jovial man in the distance jumping, dancing, and singing to himself. He seems like quite a character. Would you like to hear some of my songs about Yorimichi, the whoremonger of the Empire? He yells as soon as we get within shouting distance before we have time to answer. Tell me more about the Kampaku. He's talking shit about the Emperor. Or the Kampaku at least. No, yeah, it's the Kampaku. He's talking shit. That's the title. Okay, we move camp to Kita. Are there? We have rescue a first subject, I guess. We can do that one. To recover my supplies. I could probably go for a balance approach. Pounding hooves. No, let's slow down for him. First army of the Hiwei Wayfarers. I have to find an spouse. Automated armies. No. My spot. Move your accursed 10, damn it. This is my spot, cries Nomura, interrupting my evening walk. It can't be your spot if it's got my 10 top on it. No, can I? Desperate for higher authority, Nomura wheels around me. Captain Kagehira, please, I beg of you, discipline this wretch. Figure it out among yourselves. We have no time for this. New per commercial. Organized march. Okay, 99%. Let's go. Success. Back. A high-pitched scream makes its way through a thicket of trees and I follows. Standing in the middle of a clearing is one of the most beautiful women I have ever laid eyes on. She wields a stick like a spear and tries to keep her distance from a ferocious boar. With a quick slash of my blade, I cleave into the beast and the animal lets out a spurt of blood, staining the grass as it falls. Captain, we have a long path ahead of us. And our fame is widely known, and we can get another regiment of warrior monks. That's good. Okay. Let's move the caravan to Illo proper. Stand with us contract. Hunt criminals. That's a good one. A smaller group travels faster. We first meet Yoko the Evil in the rugged hills of Bingo. Would that we haven't met under such inauspicious circumstances, for I have no quarrel with you. Alas, I fear you intend to follow your duty to its bitter end. Oh man, she has 23 prowess. Should I try to fight her? We can signal an ambush. An instant success. I tossed Yoko the Evil severed head to Kokushi Koretsune's agent. The red-purple meat landing wetly besides them. Masterful stroke managing to pull this bastard without taking significant losses, Captain. I'm not sure many would have conceived of it, remarked the Kokushi's servant. The words are of little consequence, but the delicious weight of the fat purse and its cargo of silver helped me make our little hunt truly worthwhile. Okay. And I can improve my pavilion now, which is really important for the supplies. Let's go into the city and see if we can pick a few. 75%, we got 400 provisions, nice. The town crier says, you know, transport contracts are really cheap. We can probably do that one. Safe and swiftly. Scout for talent as well. But we still have to fill the... I am a cook. I work at the local tavern. You wouldn't believe what I can do with parsnips and squirrel. Ew. Oh, how will I enjoy working with more exotic ingredients. Coreto Uma. Okay, no. Coreto. Okay, I will... But his skills are poor. No, hit the road. He has really bad skills. I cannot afford it. We're known for our dedication to the faith. That's gonna give me extra, yeah, one extra point on prowess. We get learning experience for visiting a temple. Man, that's a very long. Why is he going? Why is he going to Emishi territory? Look at that! Look at that road. Literally the other end of the country. Dancing flames. Best not to linger. I am brought before Kimi Tomitada himself. You have come at my acquaintance Kokushi Morimasa's behest, no? On what business? Moritoki steps forward. Worthy Kimi Tomitada. I speak for Kokushi Minamoto Morimasa of the Morimasa of Tosa. But the message I bear is fit for your ears alone. Come, answered the Kimi darkly. We shall speak in my chambers. Captain Kagehira, your service is noted. You may remain as a guest in my tribe. I shall head back to camp. There we go. I have a bit of leftover money, but we cannot improve this because it's still 6 months out of it. He's a diplomat, huh? I hope that helps him out against the Empire, like Abe. How's Abe? Interesting. What's the motto? Might. Yeah. Indeed, might. How's Nagai? Scout outside, an opportunity to rest, I'd say. Yeah. A bit of delay doesn't hurt. Recovered a bit of provisions, but we're gonna need a lot more to move around. That's why contracts are so important right now. And I can also increase my regiments again. Scout for talent. Hello, Paragon, are you hungry? I am a cook, you see. I work at the local tavern. Tokifusa has average skills. I guess that's better than nothing. Tell him my future, huh? No, I need to save the money. Okay, escort emissary. Sadamoto shall travel safely and swiftly. We don't have to scout for talent anymore because we already filled all the plazas. I don't have the other one. But I do wonder, and if I just keep it up. The procession has ground to halt a stone's throw away from Kotohira. I look over to see my champion Mitsusane dismounted and intently staring at something on the ground. My lord, there is an ant path here. I may be a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. Fine, we'll find another path. Why are we sending this guy again to Emishi? After we tried together for a while, I have noticed there's just something about Shigechika. Every morning he's up training and swinging his blade around. Even tonight, while everyone else is busy enjoying their food, he is off on his own, going through his own expiring exercise. I can't help but want to emulate part of his lifestyle. Can you teach me more about the blade? I just can't do it. Okay. We can't. The pavilion is finished. Can I... We can add supply tent or a roaring campfire, some probing a camp perimeter is probably the most important. For travel safety. And we still have leftover money. Okay, we deliver it and get back to camp. There's no more good contracts. It's time to move again, but there's not enough provisions. We could probably cross the strait into the last island. Lay of the land. None in my camp are intimately familiar with the terrain in Haguro, and such lands are not to be trifled with. It is for this reason that I find myself standing in front of a local guide bartering for service to be rendered. It's no joke out here, he offers. You'll need either these maps or my services. I can tell you that for free. He's right, but there's something about his demeanor that makes me hesitate. Conscientious scribe, he doesn't have that much skills. And you have getting through these areas. The guy's information is faulty. Okay. I knew. I wasn't going to pay money for the maps. Danger and travel safety. Treasures from the sea. As I walk the coastlines of Tateyama, I stumble on a group of Ama divers examining their haul. The leader covers himself and approaches. Captain, gaze on the bounty the sea delivers. This catch should be shared with the locals. I could save you a trip to the market. The temple will be honored by what Vaisrayana provides. Okay, we got temple offerings. 100 learning experience and we lose 5. Okay. Everything going according to plan, it seems. Camp perimeter is finished. But I have to improve the pavilion again. Need 350. Can we add something to the mess tent? Mobile brewers, follower opinion, domicile income, plague resistance, brewing bakers. I added curers, provision capacity, supply capacity, domicile income. I guess the brewers because of the plague resistance. That one is gonna be handy. But we have to move again, so we have to get into the city and look for supplies. Couldn't happen to have some supplies to spare, friend? Yes, she can. Towncrier says a treasure hunt. A treasure hunt, you say? Can we go into a castle? Ride with me, the prominent Captain Kagehira. We got a few followers, okay. Let's head out. Travel without camp. Okay, we have to go to Iyo. The martial contest. As we pass through a market in Sanuki, we hear we hear a loud yell and stumble into an ongoing tussle between two men tightly observed by a group of people. The crowd cheers profusely as one of them is swept off his feet, face planted solemnly in the dirt, thus concluding the match. Who's next? The man yells into the crowd, and his eyes land on our group. Shigechika can fight. There's 43% he lose. No, I guess it's time to leave. I have no time for this. Treasure map, a bird in the hand. Splendid news for Tsuneko. Tsuneko can barely contain her excitement as I return to her. Gold, you say? How's that for one final treasure? A twinge of melancholy, those ladies at the top of an adventure send fits across her face as she concludes this affair. I'm grateful for this golden windfall, dutifully delivered. Go with my thanks. Okay, we got 1,000. We got all the supplies we could need for moving. Okay, let's go to Watanabe. We're going to the city of Matsura. Got a wandering perk. Let's go with finding your way. Unlock the designated terrain decision. Stewardship, diplomacy. Mercenary contracts, mercenary hire. Unlocks the private army travel option. Organized trial, provision capacity and use minus 10%. I'm gonna go with Voyager. Yeah. It's gonna help me a lot on the journey ahead. So yeah, we're gonna have to stay the first years on Japan, but we should be able to continue. Land of milk and fish. As I get up in the early morning, I cannot help letting out a loud yawn. Stretching, I make my way out of my tent to see that people are already moving about. I noticed Mitsusane heading off with what looks like a makeshift fishing rod through all the noise and bustle of camp. Where are you off to? I ask him. It's a nice day for fishing, he says. Sounds like a good idea, actually. Let us rest here for a couple of days. For the extra supplies. Plenty in common. Kaneko has good relations with Motokuri. Their common interest is in avoiding loud social situations and enjoying silence has proven to be a strong bonding agent. Good for them. Everything is going according to plan. We move to Matsura and we have a passage of arms. I guess we can do this one. Well, I'm gonna try and keep it simple. Balanced approach. Chin face. A balanced range, I guess. Yeah, we get 100%. I'm not gonna extend it more than normal. Shame that the artifact contract is gone. That would have been a good one. And we can hunt criminals as well. But my man here is 24 already and hasn't found a wife. That's bad. That's really bad. Fire and friends. Each night the fire becomes the hub of the camp's social activity. People coalescing around me to wag tongues and trade friendly barbs. Tonight is no exception. Look, all I'm saying, Chortos Hatsumitsu, is that poor Shigechika might be boring, dry, chronically impassionate, the camp's greatest weapon against insomnia, and oh, so sorry, Shigechika, I didn't see you here. A chorus of goofballs breaks out from the inebriated onlookers, though it all seems to be wearing on him. Tell a joke of your own, or turn the tables on Hatsumitsu. Let's just tell a joke. Life of the party. We are a band of brothers. You can almost see we are battle brothers, huh? Engineered for distort or Parthian tactics. I'm gonna need this for archer cavalry, but yeah, let's go Parthian tactics. If we're gonna get some of those sweet mounted samurai. We can get some dentist tools to help with the disease resistance. I'm gonna save the money. One of our followers was adopted by a cat. And we have now a chief forager, so we have to also scout for talent again. Ooh, we got a escort emissary contract. Okay, 100%, let's go. We guard the bridge and we get a lot of money again. Rivals end. Nobunaga. He killed Nobunaga. Why? By Buddha, there has been a murder. Who will wish death upon our serene Tokifusa, and why were they so brutal? My Shigechika continues. Yes, indeed, who will ever dream of doing something like this, poor innocent? You gain 100 stress because you are honest. We should move on. He was my chief cook. Why did you have to kill him, man? Let's escort the emissary. Why are so many emissaries going into Emishi? Going with the Emishi. What the fuck is going on? Means to an end. I sit by a makeshift brewery, letting the sounds and smells of the camp wash over me. It's different from a life within the safe walls of a palace, so very different. The freedom is easy to enjoy, no obligation, no chancellors, yapping, no dignitaries to entertain, none of the downsides of the trappings of power. Yet these freedoms are dearly purchased. The constant scrapping for survival wears thin. Increasingly, every night I yearn for a proper bed. What is the lose for land thing? This character is willing to stop at nothing to become landed. Martial +1. I quite enjoy this. Best to keep options open. We get flexible liver. Give me that one. I need some. Okay, I didn't get it. Flexible leader would be nice. At least this time we travel by sea, right? At least the AI understands that it would be better to just take a boat instead of walking around. Back to camp. Another successful contract. We have plenty of money now. But I like to save more money so we can actually move to the mainland now. Although... without friends or prospection. I'm interrupted from my stroll near the mesh by the approach of a nervous stranger, a woman who introduces herself as Lady Kushimi of Kiyohara, and is clearly as alien to Hiyama as I. Lord, I find myself ill at ease in these lands, and I had hoped that so worldly a man as yourself might prove willing to take in a homeless Kamuis. Momentarily she pauses, steeling herself for a clearly expected rejection. I understand if you're very too many people to care for, but if you'll have me, I'll serve you loyalty all of your days. She's 28 though. Ah, but she's married already. Wait, why are you... She's an emishi. She was sent away. She's a duchess. Why are you going with us? Okay. You took Lady Kushimi on the adventures of a lifetime. Interesting to see an emission or mists, but I guess it's just temporary. I guess it's just temporary. Shame that she's not single though. We need to find a partner. Maybe we... let's go to a city to get provisions first. Can I get some supplies? Thank you, Noriko. We should visit the fine craftsman. Go to the weaponsmiths, to the armorer and the jewelers. Weapons. Prowess, belligerent. Warhammer, dagger. Knight effectiveness. Proud armor. Yamato mail. Prowess +2. Illustrious Lamellar. Prowess. Flexible scale. This is a masterwork. You know, the scale armor seems fine, but I'm in dire need of something else. We should mingle with the locals. Let's see who is up for recruitment. Masako, 36. Karako, 37. Sadako, 70. No. I'm gonna keep saving the money for the pavilion then. Let's go hunt criminals. We should be able to move. Go to the city of Matsura. Ashes and pains. I find myself making such noises when sitting down on the campfire in the evening now. The elders always talk about how that happens when you get older, but I'm only 25. No, such is the wear and tear of a live roof. I can see the toll it takes on the others too. Lady Kushime winces a bit as she slumps down next to me. That inn we passed had many spare beds. My poor bag demands more luxurious furnishings. Upgrade your pavilion for a discount. You lose 175. You know what? Yes, let's fucking go. Okay, Tamesada has 21 prowess. I don't. We should probably ambush. He escapes. A welcome reprieve. My breath is laborious as I soak in the thin and frigid mountain air. Looking up from my path towards the summit, I am met by a vision of billowing mist and melted snow on the nearby trees. Arriving at its source, I can finally take a break and admire the inviting onsen before me. Who can resist? No, there is no time to waste for an onsen. We have to hunt down this guy. Did we fail? Fortified knowledge. Unfortunately, we're in a hurry. Did he escape? Yeah, it seems we failed the contract. That's a shame. That's a shame. But at least the pavilion got upgraded at a discount, so we could buy the proving grounds, but not right now. A fire in the night. Put the fire before it spreads too far, or we run. You successfully quelled the fire. Nice. Yeah, we failed the contract. We're gonna have to move again. I guess this is. I guess it is time to. Actually, we can move. We can move to Korea. Heiju. We can move to Heiju. It only costs 500. Okay, that's good. Let's go. We are finally getting out of Japan and into Goryeo. And this is just the start of the journey to the mainland. We have to cross, as you can see, a lot of places. I like to move around on the steppe, but it seems supplies are a little bit more thin over there. I will try to follow the Silk Road instead. Okay, hey you. Are there any contracts actually? Josho. But Josho is 180. Let's see if we can get some provisions. We don't happen to have some supplies to spare. 300, okay. Maybe a town crier or something. Martial duties, justicar contracts, or stewardship. I don't remember if martial duties is the same as the other one. Let's go with martial. Hired muscle and yeah. Let's go. Sooner we're done, sooner we are. Let's get on with the task. Balance approach for 93%, that's fine. I don't want to say too much here. Close quarters. Between the case of regularly moving sites and the coming and going of fresh faces every other town, there's plenty of time in the day for followers to find they have unforeseen connection. Fushimi and Shigechika have relations. Okay. None of my business, really. We have an affair going on the camp. Incredible. Incredible. And my man hasn't scored yet. Where are the fine ladies in this map? Okay, we got the 90%. Let's go. Success. Wonderful job, Kagehira. The Garden of Gokju is blissfully silent, and I can rest a little easier at night. It tosses me a pouch of silver. Please stay with us the next time you're passing through the area. And so we can find suitable lodgings, not to mention suitable employment for such an enterprising young mercenary. Let's go. We can do a passage of arms nearby. That's gonna be fine for me. To the bridge. 100%. Easy money. Can I add the proving grounds? Yes. There you go. Now we have to improve all these buildings. But I'm gonna focus on the pavilion mainly. Although the barber tent is also making a lot of extra money as well. Anything that increases our money base. Fushime the Stranger. So far so good on this run. I wonder if I can fill my... Not enough gold. I could spend my supplies on this. But I think I'm just gonna wait. We could probably refill them on the castle. Okay, 100%. Execute. Passage of arms, success. Good job. Hire muscle as well here. We got capital examination. But can we actually get to the capital of China for this? 6 months to visit the... Oh, guess. We could get some experience from this. Perhaps. Let's see. I can't wait. Capital examination. My acquaintance Huang Di Xiaoshu is hosting a capital examination in Bianzhou, and time has come for us to depart. This round of examinations is rumored to focus on governorship, and so I have brushed up my knowledge of all matters of state. I wonder if I can manage to stand out among the rest. I can't wait. But why is he giving a capital examination? And why is he inviting me over? That's the question. What does the Emperor of China do with us? We're just mercenaries. We're just mercenaries. Proving grounds completed. Nice. It's gonna be an interesting. You know, it's only been a few months in Goryeo, and my man is already going to the capital of China for some reason. Envelopment. Okay. Menatrons counter efficiency. That's pretty cool. Ruin rambling. Best to stay safe and buy provisions. Yeah, provisions are more important right now. I could actually use them to refill my. There you go. We have 300 warrior monks. Take examination. Assist or examination. This increase our merit. No, I'm gonna just. I'm gonna assist. This increase merit, but we don't have merit as a. Let's do it. Let's assist. We're not really here for. Camp scientist. That's gonna be a good one. What the heck are we doing on China here? We're not gonna get money from this. But we can at least learn a little bit. I enter the city of Bianzhou, my arms overburdened by learning scrolls and study materials. I have yet to undergo examination myself. Still, there are many things I can do to assist the examiners at the event, if I wish to learn ahead of braving the examination one day. The assembly awaits. Yuan Fang, the guard captain of Gentleman Du Chi of the Du family, corners me on my way out of the study. The smug expression on his face tells me that he has been waiting for the chance to strike against an unsuspecting scholar. No one understands the spring and autumn annals better than I. Kong Si's words are not simple recordings of events. His subtle phrasing exalts the virtues and condemns the wicked. Don't you agree? There is no room for fantasy here. Every path towards wisdom is unique. I guess. I catch Xi Jing, the guard captain of Gentleman Kong Ping Show of the Kong family, nervously tumbling through a worn manuscript, eyes wide with poor concealed eagerness. It's just for reference. I wasn't going to use it in the exam, really. The merchant Tayuki gives me a knowing grin. A valuable study, 8th grade one. Only a few coins. Perhaps a distinguished man like yourself would like the full set. Report this disgrace and confiscate the scroll. Or I have seen nothing. I'm not gonna buy that. Cheng Dong, the investigating censor of Prefect Chao Duanpi of Jingzhou, prepares the second of the four treasures ahead of the examination. Grinding pine soot into the bronze inkstone with deliberate practices strokes, he expertly mixes good quality ink with a sharp glance. He hands me the pestle. It's your turn now. These inks must flow like moonlight over water and endure longer than empires. The proper formula is in the Book of Rites. The classics do not err. I got a little bit more piety. Chi leans in towards Gentleman Shang. Their voices are hushed, but I can still overhear the entrance conversation. If we switch seats, Gentleman Shang Jongshuan murmurs. The examiner with the gentle eyes will be the one to judge my essay. Call out their scheme before the fall. Offer your assistance. Quietly urge them to reconsider. My bodyguard Shigechika approaches with hushed steps, eyes darting over his shoulder, and presents a scroll to me. Will you pass this along to Cheng Dong? It is private. Okay. We got a weak hook on Cheng Dong. Anticipation hands taking the air as bells rings out across Bianzhou. The gates to the examination halls are shut. I tail behind Examiner Chao Duanbing. Sweat runs down my back from carrying scrolls back and forth between examination booths. Ink stains my fingertips black from refilling ink cartridge. Now the real work begins. Why did I have to get into examination? I'm not making money. Well, maybe it will give me prestige. You know, we were in China doing exams. We didn't get shit for that, but I guess merit is good for the Chinese. For the hands. And that was it? It's in the examination, yeah. Wait, the examination just started. By the glory of the Benin Huangdi, another capital examination is complete. With it, a host of scholars have climbed the stairway to high office. All is well under the heavens. But at least we got a few points on learning. That's interesting. But I'm not gonna do this again. We don't get paid. The Emperor didn't pay us anything for this. Scout for Tallinn, a willing follower. I am Shi Wencheng. I spend my days in the plains foraging the tree line and grass for parsnips and raven eggs. I bring my finds to the Yutai market and sell them to wanderers and vagabonds. My skills could serve you well. Shall we discuss payment? Yes, of course. We have a chief forager now. I just have to find a wife and a master of arms as well. We have a Chinese man and a one moment. Let me check something. Increase the size of our warrior monks. There's still the higher muscle, right? The other contracts have not expired. Okay, let's do this one to recover money. We visited the university, we gained martial experience. Nice. Let's get on with our tasks. 91%. I wonder what Lady Kushimi is still here. Interesting. I mean, she's 31. She's not that old, but it seems she doesn't have a lot of children. She only has two sons, but they're on the court, I think. Son of Torio Takesada. Pinkish hues. Early evening is a time of intense activity for the camp. People and supplies toss this way, and that's as our portable home is set down once more. Actually, it's also when I take a walk to clear my head and mentally organize my tasks for tomorrow. As I crest a small ridge, I see the last pinkish rays of the dying sun bat the lesser peaks below, casting entire valleys into quick marching shadow whilst bathing the mountain tips in rosy light. A beautiful sight, perhaps even one worth sharing. A nice moment, but work beckons. Okay, we have the 91%. Let's see. Success again. Back to camp. Can probably improve my barber stand for 0.4. It's gonna be nice. A willing follower. Hello, Stallion. Are you hungry? I am a cook, you see. I work at the local tavern. Okay. You won't believe what I can do with lotus roots and bowl. But oh, how I will enjoy working with more exotic ingredients. Wang Do. He has average aptitude, I guess. And Wang Do can also fight, apparently. Where's the woman here? We have a chief provisioner, right? We can probably find something. Got a team of foragers, Shi Wen Sheng. No provisions found. Why do I have you then? Okay, let's go for supplies. Jordan happens to have some for spare. Yes, he has. Okay. Tom Cryer says criminal contracts and diplomacy. No. We still have the boundary dispute. We can probably do this one. We got another point on. We're gonna be a one in diplomacy. A known name. Contract prestige rewards 20%. You know what? I like that. The underlying problem in Bushong is quite apparently even from outside the rotting gates. Its walls are in a terrible state. The main problem seems to be not recognizing this, but figuring out who here is actually going to pay to restore them. An expensive proposition that everyone agrees is necessary and also someone else's problem. Lady Xionggang is at pains to let us know that our coin depends on calming the situation quickly and quietly. You just need some strong backs. She pays 90 to us, we gain, you add Lady Xionggang to your roll of Praetor, we get prowess. We lose strength because we gain provisions. Wall strengthened for 25 years. You know what? Yeah, this is more direct than the other one. Arbitration success shame and roused to action by my example and with the aid of a few followers from the Vigilant Messengers. The good people of Vigilant Messengers and I go to work repairing their defenses. Thankfully, the walls look substantially worse than they actually are. Substantial good progress is made and at the cost of only a few days of labor easily compensated for by a small due. Lady Xionggan is happy enough with our solution, gladly handing over her coin. We can just do a little bit of labor, you know. Ins and outs. As we trudge down the road, a building hops into a view. The King's Arms Inn. No luck here tonight. We barely got room for our current lodgers. Okay. Fight corruption. Poyanko. We can do this one. Fight corruption on Ulyong. We just mock the peasants and we get the money. Let's check for supplies again. Nothing. Okay. Mingle with the locals. No. Just old people. Maybe some soldiers. Ride with me. 293, I guess. Can we move camp to Jiangnin? Actually, yes. For only a few supplies. So we are going now back now. We're reaching China now. Harvest completed. We have almost 1 docket per month. That's nice. What is this? The dynastic cycle. Yeah. China is on a stable era right now. You told me there were some contracts here, but I don't see anything. Ah, we haven't arrived yet. Okay. Circuit of Jiangdong. We get a lot of Ooh, we got a lot of perk from this. Hit and run, engineered for destruction. Let's go to a city first. Can I get supplies? No, we can't. Okay. No, let's focus on the pavilion. Escort emissary. That's easy enough. Let's go fast. Man, that's okay. Yeah, it's crossing the entire country. I am Dashi, the captain of the guard of the Shiakai garrison. I whip young Wells into shape and organize the ships of the guards. Everyone relies on me to tell them what to do. My skills could serve you well. He's good. He has good skills. I will allow it. We got points on a stewardship, huh? Domicile Lincoln plus 0.05. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. 1.6 per month is just sweet. All around sweet. Yes. And we have 20 prowess now. We're not a big strategist, but we have 20 prowess. That's more than enough. The mercenaries of Langshaw. You get an army of 60 men in Jiangning. No. I have money to spare. Stock in the mod. My caravan master can handle a bit of mod. Almost there. Walking the circuits is giving me different experience. That's cool. Your culture has entered the high medieval era. New innovations are available. Okay, emissary done. Wanna see if I can find some beauties at the city. We really need to find a not a single woman here. Okay, the only woman here is actually a married and you're not gonna have any more kids, right? Starving soldier. There's more of you say? Come sit and recover. We're friends of all soldiers. Yeah, I know that's not gonna fill up my army. Some food for passing through a back alley in Shengqiu. In Shengqiu, I see a lonely child and her dog sitting in a corner behind a small wall. Here you go, Valor. She tells her as she hands it a small piece of bread, keeping none for herself. Looking at the two clearly, the dog has been taken much better take than its owner. The kid must be giving it everything she can find. Have some food, child. Toshiyashu is no longer our stooge. Okay. That's sad. Okay. Protect the innocent. I guess we can do this one. No, I'm not gonna do another capital examination. Go fuck yourself. No more capital examinations. I need money. Boju. Yeah, you can join the camp. No reason to compromise. What points on wandering? There you go. We're low on provisions, but completing this contract should gives us a fix. Shouldn't take too long. Wait, when did why there's missiles here? Oh, it just started here. Oh no. Please don't die. Okay. We survived. I'll say the same for my people, right? No, Umura got the bad end of the stick. We only get 80%, but we can execute with a little bit of confidence. And we fail, of course, because of the fucking disease. I am the fan. I spend my days in the swamplands for again. Okay. This time we have to give money. Wait, his skills are poor. Oh god. Fire. I'm not gonna stay here. Escort the emissary and get the fuck out of here. Inspired person can be... No. We will get away of the disease. I didn't expect that to happen. Living off the land, provision loss 10%, minus 10%, nice. I'm Takako, I spend my days in the hills foraging. Okay. Another Yamato. Forest fighter. He has average skills. I will gladly pay for that. If she can find food where others can't. The monk didn't help us out, anyways. Back to camp. Can I marry 1GG? Will not accept. Okay. The Hulijing Bridge. My lord, this bridge has an ill reputation. A Hulijing lives below it. My bodyguard Chica cries out, Surelits shall come upon us, or curse us from afar as we pass. My party members start to whisper among themselves. Some invoke the name of Buddha for protection. Unfortunately, the bridge is the only safe place to cross. We must pray to drive away this spirit. Can get more warrior monks. Nice. But I didn't get supplies. I guess I'm gonna have to pay for them. The tension area is building up, huh? The Womb of the Earth. Color me intrigue. Or Down to Earth. This character spend time becoming more attuned to nature, learning and health increase. Okay. A bit of prestige loss doesn't hurt. The day on the road has been fairly calm and nondescript so far. We are somewhere outside of Xiangjin and I close my eyes as my mount brings me forward. One solid step at a time. As the wind plays a magnificent melody through the treetops, another noise is carried by the breeze. A note from our entourage. Is that quacking? I isolate the sound to be coming from a shrubbery on my right hand side. That's a good omen. Good omen. Dog quack. The quacking of a dog can have a remarkably soothing effect. I guess. I don't want to fire Nobumura because he has been with us the entire journey. I don't know how he got blind, but it's probably from the doctor. Okay, higher muscle. If we can feed this one. Now that the plague is gone. Lady Kushime survived, huh? Okay, we got 90% and we have 10 advantages. This time we did it. Okay. We excel at the contract as well. A snapped twig. The warm breeze curves my neck as I wander around the orchards of Changshu. The trees stretch gently towards the sky, colored by a mixture of new shoots and fruits taking shape. Suddenly a high-pitched shriek pierces the air. I quicken my step only to find a peasant child below a tree, in shambles and sobbing violently. It will seem as she made an attempt at climbing the tree before slipping and falling to the ground. One of the bone pipes are protruding at a strange angle. Poor girl. There. Okay, let's try to find provisions. Come on, Takako. Or with my snares I shall feed us all. You bring food, okay. You more than happy to have some supplies. Yes. Maybe some soldiers? They did, okay. What about the tavern? Changfen, 37. I don't think she's gonna be fit for kids. We can get contracts on Huanya. I guess we could. It's only 700. I'm just losing all my. We haven't advanced to the. No, I want to get close to the Silk Road. And Chang'an. Can we try to Chang'an? Yes, we can. It's time to start moving further inland. There's no point on trying to keep close to the coast. Bound together. Takako Mitsusane. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, she's 50 years old, man. I hope. Okay, no, they have the same age. Okay. I don't think they're gonna have kids anyways. One I probably has some things for jobs. I just want to start going into the Himalayas. Current rations. Just buy yourself something taste at next town. Okay. Diplomacy and martial, huh? We got a few supplies, okay. Do a passage of arms. My perfect activity. To the bridge. 93%. I like that we're earning points in other aptitudes. The journey of a lifetime. As I turn in front, and I hear some commotion coming from around my guards. I can scarcely believe my eyes as I behold Shiji. Shiji, a member of Du Chi's own court, is the source of the disturbance here with my bodyguards. Please hear me out, Lord. Life at court is such a bore, I cannot stomach another day of it. I wish to join you on the endless road ahead if you will have me. Master of Arms. I'll take you on, but you'll have to work to impress. I don't have enough I don't have enough champions anyway. Okay, there's the 93%. Can I pull this off? Success. Okay. $40, $60, no. Boundary dispute. Purun is in uproar long before our arrival. Apparently, years of mistakes on the part of our employer and his ill have led to many local states and business being taxed twice or more, just by different collectors with different duties. After much grumbling and attempts at polite redress, things are finally threatening to boil over into something bloodier. Wardhead Jill Yang is at pain to let us know that our coin depends on calming the situation. 60%? Or this sounds like an issue of communication. Yeah, the people of Purun clearly consider themselves sophisticated, but they have not reckoned with the tongue of a Nagai man. Skillfully, I tie their petty objections in knots, sowing the seed of doubt in their midst, reminding them of all the good work that Warhead Jillian does, keeping them safe, while softly reminding them who has the local monopoly on force. Ultimately, I perhaps gilded the lily a touch, but when you're having fun, we leave the city later that earth purses fat with fresh coin. Foreign fruits. In my wanderings outside of camp, I came across a clearing in the forest rich with all manner of colorful berries adorning the bushes. They are unlike any I have seen before and look so tantalizing delicious, and it will take my followers less than an hour to pick them all. Could this be a much needed gift from Tagatagarba, or a trick from Mara meant to test us? I wonder what Takako will make of this. Yeah, 500. Nice. We recovered the supplies basically, and we can do the no Silk Road. Marketplace of Chang'an, yes. The markets of Jingshao. Walking among the bustling market stalls of Jingshao, my guide mentions hearing scraps of conversation. Very cool to repeat it again and again. The town is abuzz with it, but their voices lower when they see strangers like me pass by. It's for a cluster of traders huddled under one stall who seem less wary than our whereabouts, and keep talking even as my guide and I approach. This is my chance to learn. What is this sericulture? I must know. You have absorbed and fresh ideas from the East by visiting the famous market of Shanghai. Sericulture seeks innovation will become available to the Yamato. Okay. Oh, it's for making silk. To the sensible Captain Nagai Kagehira of the Vigilant Messengers, would be an honor if you join my side of my wars. Boon Lock of a bit south. No, I have to decline. He's too far away. I'm not gonna move to Yongsho for this. I'm gonna keep following the Silk Road. Lhasa. Don Juan. We could follow Don Juan into but where is Don Juan here? District of Don Juan is here. Okay. $3,000. I don't have enough. We could move closer. We could move to Xia instead. We can follow the road from Xia to Tunguan. Protect the innocent. No reason to compromise. Oh, she's pregnant. Interesting. Surgeon's tools. Dentist tools. Okay. I'm gonna invest on those once I finish my pavilion. Maximum was 93, right? We can execute it. We defend the people and get the money. Tao. She's not that good, but she's 26. I guess I'm gonna have to marry her. How would you come work for me, Tao? She has decent stewardship skills. But it's gonna cost a lot of money. You know what? Fuck that. I need an heir. I need an heir. Um, ride with me. Okay. We do have a fair bit of money, but at least we got a wife. We got a wife. I hope we have some kids soon enough. Hey, that's the Great Wall. I didn't notice. At least to this side, and then there's the rest of the wall pieces here and there. Okay, 10. Let's go. Up success. No, I'm not gonna move to Wichan. I want to see if we can. $2.7. We can get to Don Juan. To Don Juan. Second stop by of the Silk Road. I guess we're gonna follow the northern side of the Himalayas into Persia. Unless we could move into the steppe and jump straight into Europe. That would be interesting, but for now it's a fever dream. There's too much going on. A faithful visitors. A Yugur. Stay at night and tell us your stories. Rescue a fair subject. Hunt criminals. Let's hunt criminals and see what's going on. She has 15. I think we can duel this one. This will work just like it does in the Legends, right? show you how I have the sword. Goodbye, Bosin. Okay. I forgot to read the text. Nice course supplies. Yes. Justicar contracts, stewardship, and learning. Justicar. The honest. We can get used to this name. My leader, have you heard that they called you? They call you Captain Kagehira the Honest. A cause for celebration, I think. $96%. At 95%, let's go. Well done. Okay, Dynasty finally is finally gonna have a negro. Tappers. Okay, infantry, spearmen, archers. Okay, we get siege skills. Another contract fulfilled. Boundary dispute, we can probably do that one as well. Arbitration, local landmark. The dispute in Gangquan stems from a minor local legal case. Our employer foolishly ruled a particular natural landmark to have a slightly different boundary than traditional. Immediately, dozens of cases were sprung by petty landholders and privileged peasantry, all whom had some grievance or other now raised by the change in definition. Major Cide is at pains to let us know that our coin depends on calming the situation. Wang Do will stay to work through this dispute. And we got our son, Tamenori. Another happy patron. Wang Do is no longer our cook. Okay. He has the skills. And we got the money. What's more to ask? A willing follower. Gulbahar can stay with us. I can only pay you in food and clothes. We have a new cook, I guess. For now. No more capital examinations. Jesus Christ. Rescue a fair subject. This will give me extra piety. I have to do this. A balanced approach is best. Knight of Kocho. Success. We have a long path ahead. Martial contest. No. With more piety, I can feel a bit more. There's my army. Hired muscle. Plenty in common. Gigi and the Fang have a common interest in avoiding loud social situations. Good for them. So Tamenori will study martial education. Okay, 92. Success. Okay, this will be the last one before I move. I swap to another. To go to 193, 1093, and that's 7 years. My needs are simple, explains Duo Chong-ji. There are certain thorns in the rose of Fange, and I will have you remove these prickly characters. I can be seen to remove them directly, so you're going to deal with them for me. They don't thump across my neck quizzically. No, clarified my employer. No serious bloodshed. Just keep them silent without killing them till they understand what it is to respect the magistrate. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. We should have enough supplies to move to the next destination. A man of unusual skills. After we trailed together for a while, I have noticed there's just something about Def Fang. He often helps others with small wounds and scratches, putting together small poultices like it was nothing. When we pass through Ganjun, I see him suddenly run to a small peasant kid struggling to breathe and turn an unnatural color in a back alley. And before you know it, the kid's face returns to normal. How did he do it? We got novice physician. That's cool. So next destination should be Marginan. We actually have enough for the travel. We're gonna cross several countries, but we're gonna get close to Persia. Imagine all the travel we have to go from the around the Taklamakan desert just to get there. A chieftain Keljemel has created the Kalka culture. Voyage has stopped baiting, stopped even making an attempt to clean himself even. A fact I am brutally confronted when several of my followers beg me to deal with him. I know what you're thinking, Captain, but it's not laziness, it's a drive for efficiency. I can actually do more work if I spend less time wiping away the sweat of the road. This is what a relentless focus on value looks like. No, your laziness goes too far. Pig. New perk on Wandering Journey. Monument Expedition activity. Right. Interesting. She had a kid, right? But her children are in Akita actually. And she's a fornicator because she has a lover, yeah. We got a daughter, Nariko. Nice. Put in rations. Just buy yourself something at the next town. We're almost there. We can get the provisions later. Empty bags and empty stomach. We need to rest before it's too late. No, yeah, we must press on. I generally thought I could make it. It was a bit of a stretch, but I wasn't expecting things to take such a turn for the worse so quickly. If I myself stranded with no provisions to support my march, starving, thirsty, and exceptionally weak. No, we must press on. We just close. Okay. Gather provisions. We find a little bit of food, but we have to get more. So. Let's see if we can work it out. Yeah. Now that we are safe, there's a few contracts here. Stand with us. Settle a boundary dispute. This should be easy. Arbitration of a local landmark. I think we can resolve this. We did our best. Okay. We only have 60%. A treasure hunt, huh? Let's go. Without the camp. Let's go. Let's see the treasure that is located in Persia. In Persia. Oh god. Why is an August governing the Persians? Treasure map, a bird in the hand. We arrived in the Karat countryside early afternoon and began looking for clues as to where the marker of the treasure map is. My point. Walking about the drylands, I noticed a well-hidden cavity in a rocky cliff. It leads into a small cave. Inside the grotto, its decor depicting various strange and lugubrious activities. A dusty wooden chest awaits. I open it and uncover a hefty stash of gold, jewelry, and valuables. Splendid news for items. We got the contract. Akes and paid. My poor bag demand more luxurious furnishings. Pavilion. Max out. Level 4 pavilion, okay. So, let's keep working on the other ones. Something for our spearmen. Mare's milk. Our path takes us by a sizable camp of Turkic travelers. The group amicable gestures us over to join them. A tough-looking man stirs a thick white liquid in a pot. He pours some of it into a small bowl and hands it over to me. Kumis, it's great for the bowels. Another two eye me and whisper to each other in their own language, just audibly enough for me to hear them, but I don't understand their strange speech. Hopefully they have good intentions. I shouldn't be so mistrustful. I was sedated and robbed. Ah, hijo de... That wasn't Kumis, I guess. Son of a... Okay, we got Marshall. I think I should go for bartering now. Just for the extra money. Regal Court. Great work of learning. I'll probably find more jobs here. Or supplies. More justicars. Protect the innocent. Not too far away. %97. Another side dispute. I don't have time for this. We are illustrious. We are per stewardship. $97. A rescue. For more piety. I actually have a full regiment. Okay. I'm gonna go with mounted samurai now. At least one regiment. A ruler in the making. There is no end to opinions and wants of Tamenori. Half of the time he's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. He gained bossy. I see. He's growing well, I guess. But he doesn't have someone to teach him, so I will try to educate him. Okay, 97. Long path ahead. You are dedicated to your fate. Hearsay. The door to my tent opens and Gulbahar stands right in front of me. I apologize for interrupting you, cat, but I bring news that may be of your interest. I was resting at the Happy Princess drinking with a group that revealed themselves as servants of Khan Nasser. They had no qualms about talking out their leash. What of him? I asked him. I managed to learn of his secret for your benefit. This is between the Khan and Buddha, not our problem. Will be an honor if you joined my side of the war. Il Tabar Ramazan of the Ramano Goose. No, I don't think I want to participate. Sorry. I don't have enough forces for those kind of contracts. Transport is always good. Eager Explorer, huh? Okay, Khotan. Leaving his laden mule hoofing away outside, Raiz Consec of Cuba is ushered into my tent. Greetings, it says that you're a man of the world, perhaps one with gall enough to venture far by the side of an ever curious explorer like myself. I heard that the Khotan mining settlement is a font of great riches, known to merchants throughout all lands. Please take me to the Wilaya of Khotan. Protect me on the road and I'll reward you well with coin. Okay, let's go. There doesn't seem to be a lot of danger. Khotan is not so far away. Okay, I don't have enough for that. Scout for Talion, a willing follower. Spy captain. Fine. A cultural fascination. Ever since entering Khotan, I have been treated much like an animal in a spectacular garden. The people stare in amazement at the mere way I speak and carry myself. As we make our way through, I am suddenly approached by a peculiar and enthusiastic woman who, unlike the rest of the crowd, seems to speak Japonic. My word, so it's true, a Yamato captain here of all places. I have long admired Yamato customs and I've even learned Japonic in my own time. What an honor. The honor is all yours. Teach me about your people. Danger, this is fine. I think I know a cure. Yeah. The Fang. The Songs of Emir Ahmad. Tell me about the Emir. Learn language. Resume studies. Oh, she died. How? In an accident. Okay. Let's just keep going. What a shame. Imagine she died at 27 by an accident. That's sad. Could have been a second wife even. Anyway, escort emissary. A delegation from Wali Tolun of Osh saunters through the flaps of my great tent. Greetings, adventurer. Speak an envoy. Many are the roads of this world and treacherous. If you will work for Osh, my liege will pay well for your expertise. I, Koselan, am most loyal servant of the Wali. It is his words I must carry to Maralbeshi, to the hall of Emir Erkin. Guide me, protect me, and entrust my missive does not fall prey to prying eyes. Let's go. Okay. Dancing Flays, no. Not to linger. No, that's too far away. Go for supplies. We call them fine. Okay. Martial duties. Travails of a cook. I don't think I'm being unreasonable, snarks Gulbahar with my chief cook. All this beautiful farmland, and we can find just a little time to stock up on some of the little luxuries that make our food bearable. We can probably find something. Almost empty-handed. We got an infected wound. Seriously? Another son, Yoritaka. Okay. A 90%. And I get a little bit more money out of that. Crimes of Passion. Fushimi and my champion Boyu sit among the spider mutual dislike. Fushimi went into a blind rage, intervened. You put a halt to this. I made my daughter into a anemishi. It will be fun to have a foreign. $89, huh? Okay, we should have enough to move into the next stop before the end of the episode. Oh, the Seljuks, of course. Revand. No, I got lost. It's here. Nishapur. We're getting close. We started in Japan and yeah, imminent loser. You wrestled Shigechika into submission again. We started in Japan and we're already crossing into Persia. In the Seljuk Empire of all things. Tajik Caravaneers, huh? Mysterious puzzle. As we wind along the old skirts of Nakshava, I see a trail of caravan camels in the distance as soon we meet with a strange leader. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in, come in. I promise you that what I have in my stall, like Transoxiana herself, are for more than they seem. It's a showcasing countless shining trinkets before my eyes. I'll pay whatever you wish. We got a mysterious puzzle artifact. It gives learning per stress level and 8 days faster to learn stuff. Okay. So we don't have a stress right now. Still, I guess it will be nice. Maybe we can gift it or something. We saw a battle, so we gain experience. And we got injured. No more than necessary. Aggravated wound, huh? Damn it. Let's do this boundary dispute. Nuka's tricks are gripped by a fever of gossip and scandal, a complicated matter of marriage, inheritance, and business arrangements. Gonorrhea, seen as vast section of the best local land for grazing horses, go to some fool with neither money nor skill. Consequently, the local magnates are threatening to tear each other to pieces over how to and who should split the land. Rais Mardavich is at pains to let us know that our coin depends on calming the situation. Pasture, eh? This sounds like my pale week. I've enough experience in miles of war to know that the best land doesn't always rise the best horses, nor do the best horses need the best land. Calmly, carefully, and just a little condescendingly, I explained the errors in their thinking to Nukak's magnates. They are reluctant to listen at first. Land is still land after all, but a good argument always wins through in the end. Rais Mardavid seems more than pleased with our resolution and gleefully hands over his coin. Job done. And with that, we finish the first episode of the re-recorded CK3 series. So lots of progress this time. We were able to go from Japan to Persia in just a few hours of recording, and our character is still pretty young. He should be able to get to Iberia soon enough. It seems, and by the looks of it, Navarra doesn't exist anymore. It got eaten by Castile. That's sad, but expected, I guess. Galicia is still going strong. That's nice. Aragon is also holding up pretty fast, but I don't like that there's a Grand Emirate now. Time will tell if Al-Andalus is gonna be declared again. Hopefully not. As for other factions, well, England is going on, is going fine, France is going fine, the Byzantines are still going fine, and the Almoravids are looming at the horizon, I guess. Well, that should be all for the series start. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow the channel. You can also find me on X. I post there regularly, and on Twitch as always, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Goodbye. Until next time.